ECI has given me an opportunity to get out of the classroom and gain practical experience, especially in the public sector, which is something that I didn't imagine I would enjoy or want to do, but it's become a passion of mine. And I'm thankful for that experience and knowing that I'll be able to utilize my law degree and help people the way that I always imagined.
The Earl Institute is a research and writing think tank affiliated with the Thurgood Marshall School on the campus of Texas Southern University. The institute was founded in 1992 by Professor Marsha Johnson. The mission of the institute is to identify, address, and offer solutions to legal and social problems that affect traditionally urban and disenfranchised communities. The Institute, through interdisciplinary scholarship and advocacy, aims to develop the leadership, research, and advocacy skills of law students to encourage public service and to enable the students to effectively address problems of underserved communities. The vision of the Institute is to serve as one of the nation's preeminent centers for research and advocacy on legal and social issues affecting underserved communities. We will serve as a leading voice in promoting social justice and be recognized for excellence in our programs and the quality of community engagement. All of the work of the Institute focuses on issues disproportionately affecting people of color or that involve racial disparities. The Institute was named in honor of Professor Earl, a founding faculty member of the Thurgood Marshall School of Law. Professor Carl became blind at the age of 16. However, despite his disability, he graduated from Fisk University before going on to earn his law degree and Master's of Law degree from Yale University Law School. A symbol of personal triumph over misfortune, Professor Carl is a reminder that we are limited only by the barriers we choose not to overcome. ECI operates 3 legal clinics, providing legal services to the community: the Thurgood Marshall School of Law Innocence Project, the Opal Mitchell Lee Property Preservation Project, and the Juvenile Justice Project.
ECI has afforded me a real-world platform to exercise my legal training, here specifically at the Innocence Project. Under the direction of Professor Anthony Houghton, I've had the invaluable experience of getting to learn the inner workings of the criminal justice system and specifically post-conviction review.
The reflection of disparate impact on the African American community is caught in Texas's DNA exonerations. Of the first 45 persons found to be wrongfully convicted based on DNA tests, more than 80% are African Americans. The Thurgood Marshall School of Law Innocence Project receives hundreds of requests for assistance each year from convicted persons claiming actual innocence. Currently, the project has about 2,200 requests for services pending. In 2014, a student project presented evidence uncovered through over 3 years of investigation by the Innocence Project, and the result was that the parole board believed that Roderick Dixon was innocent and granted him parole based on the work of the project. Mr. Dixon spoke at the law school shortly after his release, thanking the program and its students for, quote, getting me freed after being convicted of a crime I did not commit. Growing wealth in communities of color. Wealth in the African American community is primarily in their principal residence. The Opal Mitchell Lee Property Preservation Project, in operation for 8 years, is funded through a grant from Texas Access to Justice Foundation. The project addresses the legal challenges lower-income people face in maintaining their real property and enhancing their wealth. The project services include actions involving probate, will preparation and estate planning, adverse possession, clearing title to property, mortgage, homeowner association and tax foreclosure defense, property tax exemptions, formation of nonprofit corporations that assist with community development and consumer credit card debt issues. The program was named after Miss Opal Mitchell Lee, whose family acquired more than 100 acres of mineral land in East Texas after the death of her great-grandfather. As a result of being unable to locate all heirs to share in payments of tax liens, the property was lost in a tax foreclosure sale. ECI has saved or obtained thousands of dollars in real property assets for low-income individuals. In 2012, ECI preserved or obtained approximately $1.2 million in assets for its clients. Mr. William Bill Hawkins is one such client. Mr. Hawkins came to ECI as a homeless vet, living in the abandoned home of a deceased friend and facing a tax sale and pending foreclosure of the place he called home for years. The Property Preservation Project was able to get the title in his name through an adverse possession claim, a disability tax exemption, and tax deferral and dismissal of the tax suit. helping children today to have a better future tomorrow. Young African Americans, primarily males, receive a disproportionate number of school disciplinary actions. In some school districts, African Americans are disciplined at a rate double their percentage of the school population. The Earl Institute Juvenile Justice Project addresses the issue of disproportionate minority contact, or DMC, through a holistic approach by providing legal representation to children who are in multiple systems, including the criminal justice system, disparate educational systems, the mental health system, and foster care system. The ECI Juvenile Justice Project has been recognized in such media outlets as the Washington Post, the New York Times, PBS NewsHour, the Houston Chronicle, Magic 102, and Houston PBS Houston Matters. Aside from operating these clinics, ECI provides programming for student development, policy advocacy, and community education. The Street Law Program. Ignorance of the law is no excuse. The Street Law Program is one such program. The TMSL Street Law Program is a pro bono educational legal outreach program that trains law students to teach law at high schools throughout Houston-Harris County. The mission of the program is to empower youth through interactive education about law, democracy, and human rights while furthering the professional development of law students. To date, the program has trained more than 400 HISD high school students about basic legal rights. The Institute was initially designed to serve as a provider of resources for Thurgood Marshall students to enhance their research and writing skills. Each semester, over a dozen students work on papers ranging from position papers, essays, law review articles, letters to editors, to an interdisciplinary journal. Current research subjects include human trafficking, the future of HBCUs, cognitive bias in the criminal justice system, teen dating violence, and disproportionate minority contact. ECI combines law and social sciences to take an interdisciplinary approach to policy advocacy, and often because of our clinical work, we are able to put an actual face from our client pool on the need for policy changes. The 2013 efforts in collaboration with like-minded organizations resulted in the Texas legislature making sweeping changes to laws related to ticketing students for in-school behavior and ultimately nearly extinguished the practice. Our collaborations have included working with such organizations as Capital One Bank, Disabilities Rights Texas, Texas Appleseed, Texas Criminal Justice Coalition, Children at Risk, Texas ACLU, Harris County Public Defender's Office, Texas Criminal Defense Lawyers Association, and the TSU University Institute for Education and Legal Policy. ECI takes pride in offering symposiums, continuing education program, and community forums. Each year, ECI produces several programs addressing hot topics and critical issues facing communities of color, utilizing experts from all across the country. Recent programming has included the shooting of Michael Brown, Now What?, Moving Beyond Ferguson, a symposium of law enforcement CEOs, Obamacare, the Affordable Care Act 5 years later, its impact on communities of color, No Child Left Behind, 10 years in review, legal, racial, and religious perspective on same-sex marriage, ECI's annual Child Welfare Forensics Conference, Honorable Craig Washington and Senator Rodney Ellis Excellence in Indigent Defense Series, Policing the Police, an examination of the Houston Police Department and its role, reputation, and efficacy in the community. Houston, We Have a Problem, a community forum introducing a blueprint for criminal justice policy solutions for reducing overcrowding in the Harris County Jail. Publications are also often released by ECI in connection with its educational programming. Recent publications have included State of Black Houston Now in 2013, Criminal Justice Snapshot, HPD, Community Interactions and Accountability, the ECI 83rd Legislative Update, An Urban Perspective, 2 ECI special issue journal volumes covering No Child Left Behind and same-sex marriage, and the inaugural edition of the ECI magazine, Focus on Justice, An Urban Perspective. ECI was also a contributing author in a recent released report entitled A Blueprint for Criminal Justice Policy Solutions in Harris County, which was in conjunction with the Texas Criminal Justice Coalition, the ACLU of Texas, the Office of Senator Rodney Ellis, and the LBJ School of Public Affairs at the University of Texas, Austin.
Hello, my name is Kristen Gail Robinson. I am a current student at the Earl Institute at Thurgood Marshall School of Law, and I am a 2L. I've had the luxury of working in two different departments at the Earl Carl Institute. One working on the policy magazine that we have here, and then also working with the Innocence Project. And I have greatly appreciated working at the Earl Carl Institute. One of the biggest things that I've learned is taking initiative and really learning to work on my own and standing on my own and trying to become a true attorney. I've also been able to do a lot of research that's helped me in my personal life in the community. So I'm grateful for the Earl Carl Institute, and I hope that we keep doing great work here.
We are excited about the journal's fall 2015 relaunch as The Bridge, Interdisciplinary Perspectives on Legal and Social Policy, with a refined vision and a new name. Why The Bridge? The Bridge is also a name that reflects the journal's intent to facilitate interdisciplinary conversations that address social issues by promoting legal solutions that advance social justice through academic research. Previous issues of the journal have included articles on education policy and African American health disparities and the impact of No Child Left Behind on minority students. The journal can be accessed at www.ecipublications.org/IJLSP. At this time, articles may be downloaded free of charge. Please support the ongoing work of the Earl Carl Institute by making your tax-deductible donations today. For more information about the Institute, please visit our website at www.earlcarlinstitute.org. We can also be reached by email at earlcarlinstitute@tmslaw.tsu.edu or phone 713-313-1139.